Before we dive into this heartwarming tale, please consider liking this video and subscribing to our channel for more inspiring stories. In the serene community of Evershade Grove lived Meredith Ashford, an 88-year-old woman of small stature with gentle eyes and silver hair neatly tied in a bun. Her perpetually warm smile was a comforting presence to all. Unfailingly kind and profoundly wise, Meredith's unwavering cheerfulness was legendary. Villagers often sought her counsel and solace, finding peace in her remarkably resilient spirit. One afternoon in 2024, Jasper Thorne, a 23-year-old with intense, inquisitive blue eyes and a somewhat restless demeanor, approached Meredith. He wore a thoughtful frown, puzzled by her perpetual contentment. "Meredith," he began, "how do you remain so joyful? I never see you sad, even with everything life throws your way." She simply smiled, explaining that genuine happiness truly springs from within. Independent of external events, despite life's constant ups and downs, Jasper's brow furrowed further, his intense blue eyes searching hers for deeper meaning. "But how is that even possible?" he pressed, a hint of frustration in his voice. "When things go terribly wrong, when misfortune hits, how can anyone be happy then? Isn't that just ... denial?" Meredith's smile softened, a wistful look entering her gentle eyes. She leaned back slightly in her worn armchair, gazing out the window at the vibrant green of Evershade Grove. "Oh, my dear Jasper, I understand your confusion. Once believed the very same thing. Happiness, I thought, was a fleeting gift, easily shattered by life's cruelties." She paused, a deep breath filling her small frame. "There was a time, many years ago, when I felt utterly lost. I had a beautiful, loving family, my husband Oren and our 2 children. Our life was modest but rich with affection, with laughter that filled our little home." A shadow briefly crossed her face, a fleeting glimpse of a pain long processed. "Then Oren fell gravely ill. It was a rapid, merciless sickness. We lived simply, and in those days, good medicine was a luxury we couldn't afford, especially out here. We tried everything we knew, but it wasn't enough." Her voice became a whisper, though still clear. "Oren passed away. In 1994, I lost him." Jasper shifted, a somber silence hanging in the air. He could only imagine the depth of that sorrow. "Profound grief," Meredith continued, her gaze now fixed on Jasper, enveloped me like a suffocating blanket. "I truly believed happiness was lost to me forever." The sun felt dimmer. The birdsong sounded muted. Every corner of our home echoed with his absence. For a long time, that's all I knew. "Profound grief," Meredith continued, her gaze now fixed on Jasper, enveloped me like a suffocating blanket. "I truly believed happiness was lost to me forever." The sun felt dimmer, the birdsong sounded muted. Every corner of our home echoed with his absence. For a long time, that's all I knew. Days blurred into weeks, weeks into months, each one heavy with a sorrow that threatened to consume me entirely. I thought I would simply wither away, like a plant deprived of light. But then, she said, her voice gaining a quiet strength, I looked at my children. They were so young, so innocent, still trying to make sense of a world suddenly made darker. My persistent sorrow wouldn't bring Oren back. It was only stealing their mother from them, too. They needed me. They deserved a mother who could laugh again, who could find beauty in the world, even if it felt broken. Meredith's eyes, though gentle, held the steel of that past resolve. It was a painful realization, but a necessary one. I couldn't let adversity steal my inner peace entirely. I chose to shift my perspective, to accept life's duality, that grief could coexist with moments of light. Every morning, I made a conscious effort to seek out something positive, however small. The way the light fell through the kitchen window, a new bloom in my garden, or a friendly wave from a neighbor in Evershade Grove. It wasn't about forgetting Oren, but about choosing to live again, for them and for myself. Jasper leaned forward, his brow still furrowed, but now with a dawning comprehension rather than skepticism. "But ... how?" he asked, his voice barely a whisper. "How do you make yourself do that, especially when everything still hurts so much?" Meredith's gentle gaze met Jasper's, a soft, knowing smile playing on her lips. "It wasn't easy, Jasper. No, it truly wasn't. There were countless days when I felt the weight of the world on my shoulders, when the grief felt as fresh and raw as it did the day Oren passed. It was a struggle to simply put one foot in front of the other, to breathe when every breath felt like an effort. She paused, allowing the memory to settle before continuing. But I held on to a quiet, unshakable truth, that no feeling, no circumstance, no matter how overwhelming, lasts forever. This too shall pass, I'd whisper to myself, a silent mantra to navigate the darkest hours. Instead of dwelling solely on what was lost, I made myself look at what remained. My health, fragile as it felt sometimes, was still a blessing. The simple act of breathing, the laughter of my children, the quiet beauty of Evershade Grove, a friendly wave from a neighbor. These were the constants. The enduring blessings that Oren, with his kind heart, would have wanted me to cherish. Meredith leaned forward slightly, her voice imbued with profound conviction. It came down to a fundamental choice, Jasper. Was I going to let the shadows consume me entirely, or was I going to actively seek out the light? Happiness isn't some external prize you win. It's an internal decision, a deliberate shift in where you place your focus. You choose to appreciate the good, however small, over dwelling on the bad. Jasper listened, a profound understanding dawning in his intense blue eyes. The restless energy that usually clung to him seemed to settle, replaced by a quiet thoughtfulness. Grateful, he left Meredith's cozy home that afternoon, the gentle wisdom of her words echoing in his mind. He was determined to adopt her philosophy, to truly choose happiness. Over the following weeks and months, Jasper's life began a subtle yet significant transformation. He learned to identify the simple pleasures, the warmth of the morning sun on his face, the comforting taste of a home-cooked meal, a genuine conversation with a neighbor. He found contentment not in grand events, but in the quiet, everyday beauty of Evershade Grove. Meredith's story, amplified by Jasper's own visible change, rippled through the community. Residents started seeking out small joys, offering more kindness, and sharing their own moments of gratitude. Evershade Grove, already serene, began to flourish with a newfound collective optimism. Meredith, through her own enduring journey, had unveiled that true joy was an internal choice, empowering them all with strength and contentment amidst life's inevitable hardships. If Meredith's journey resonates with your own quest for inner peace, please consider liking this video and subscribing for more stories that illuminate the enduring power of the human spirit.